Hi everyone, welcome to a very special episode of Imagination Labs. We're here today meeting some of our global ambassadors for equality who'll be joining us at the university this year. My name is Stephanie Beck. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Imagination Uni this year, and I'm a Wongatha Ngadju woman from the Kalgoorlie region in Western Australia. And I'd like to acknowledge the Walgarookaba and the Bindal people with the lands that I'm coming to from today in far north Queensland. Before we kick into our episode today, I would like to just show you some highlights from graduation last year. So the uni's in the second year, and just wanted to give everyone a little glimpse at what we're able to achieve together in our very first year. So roll the video. The university is a device for us to build a bridge between imagining what's possible and doing what's possible.
80 plus change makers, strategizing.
My goal is to lead other women into their preferred path.
Experimenting.
Learning so much from just storytelling.
There were no barriers to what you want to achieve.
Dreaming, and most importantly, doing.
It was just incredible going from mentee to president.
People have graduated. They've said they were going to do something and they finished.
Well, anything is possible, as we always say at Imagine University.
You've opened doors of possibilities. You've opened the way in which people can connect.
The greatest lesson I've learned along this way has been that we are well and truly all in this together.
2, 1, go.
Yeah, it was a very special moment last year, celebrating that point where people just finished their projects. And I'm really excited to meet all of you to hear about it, and then catch up with you again at the end of the year to see where you landed. So we are going to start with a guest from Peru. His name is Ernesto, and we had a little bit of a language barrier between English and Spanish. And our friend Brendo from the AIM team joined the call and jumped in with a solution for us. So at the last minute, we've actually had Renzo join us, who's also based in Peru, I believe, to give us a little bit of those translations. So hi, Ernesto, and hi, Renzo. How are you today?
A little bit of background on Renzo. Renzo's put his hand up to be an ambassador for global equality, and he came through with so much passion. My laptop screen almost broke yesterday. He was emailing me and saying things about how he's always dreamed of doing this social enterprise of his. I'll let him talk about it, and I'm excited that this network could potentially be a link for him to do what he's been dreaming for. And so I'm really proud of him for jumping on and being an interpreter today. But it'd also be great to hear about your story and your project before we get you to move sideways with Ernesto and do some interpretation for us. So welcome to the call, Renzo. Please share your story and take us for a walk.
Yeah, of course. Nice to be here. I'm Renzo. I'm from Peru. I'm 17 years old. I've been looking for this opportunity for almost 2 years since I've started my project. I'm working on a project called Lights Community. It's an abbreviation of lived experience of science. I'm really excited to be here because I've been working in a lot of programs within my project, also in English, science and technology, and my dream is to merge those things together. Also, my passion for science and education, and also merge them into a project that could be able to make students think critically and also achieve intellectual and academic freedom. And that's also that's the thing that inspires me a lot. And I think we need that a lot in our country. And to be able to do that with AIM and have likely connections like we are having right now, it's my sweet dream here. And I am really excited to be here. Thank you, Brandon, and all the team.
Thank you. It's really great to connect with you. I'm pretty sure I've seen your video that you sent in with your application. There was some puppetry happening with that as well. Yeah, awesome. I think, how you describe looking for the opportunity for the last 2 years. Oh, hi, Einstein. Yeah, when you describe looking for this opportunity for the last 2 years, I'm actually really glad that you found us. And the reason why we do these shows and tell our stories, so other people can connect to it as well and see a platform for them to change how they think and determine what they want to think and not just feedback information, I guess, to the teacher that they've learnt in that style as well. And it's not just something that I think is in your country. Like I've met with a lot of young people across the beginning of the year and some educators as well that are all looking for solutions to educational inequity. So incredible for you to join us. Would you like to introduce your friend that you have with you? I think we've got you on mute, Renzo. Would you like to introduce us to your friend that you've got with you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what?
Would you like to give us an introduction to your friend?
Oh, yeah. He's Einstein. He's my peer from all this work that I've been doing. He accompanies me when I meet with students, and he's very proud of the work we are doing. And he's always with me, inspiring me every night to be the best of myself.
Amazing. Great to hear it. So we're going to meet Ernesto now, and we'll do our best at translating. This is the first time that I've done it in a call. So hi, Ernesto. Welcome to the Imagination Labs episode. How are you today?
Renzo, ¿qué dijo?
¿Cómo estás hoy día?
Bien, estoy muy entusiasmado por estar en Imagi-Nation TV, y bueno, espero apoyar y compartir mis conocimientos para que sea apoyar y que sea un mundo mejor.
Well, I'm excited to be at Imagination TV. I'm excited to be here, and I'm eager to share my knowledge, the skills I have of those really to help other people who have needs. So that's basically.
Yeah, amazing. It's so great to connect with you. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about where you're from and then some of the ideas for your change project that you have this year? If you could translate that for us, Renzo, that would be incredible.
Oh, yeah. Nos gustaría que nos comentes de dónde eres, en qué distrito vienes y más o menos qué ideas de proyectos has estado realizando, que has estado compartiendo con otras personas, y esperamos que, no sé si nos los puedas compartir.
Ok, hola, yo soy de Perú, de Lurín, Lima, Perú. Mi proyecto es, mira, te voy a dar una pequeña reseña. Acá en Perú, el inglés es muy malo. O sea, ¿a qué me refiero? Que las personas no saben mucho inglés, y en especial las personas que no tienen mucho dinero, porque es que acá en Perú, para tú saber bien inglés, tienes que pagar para un instituto, y lo que pasa es que hay gente pobre que no puede pagar ese instituto, y lo que yo quiero hacer es, por ejemplo, yo aprender inglés y yo ayudar a aquellos que no sepan inglés de manera gratuita para que puedan, para que sea más fácil apoyarse, ¿ok? Y lo segundo que también quiero hacer es yo ir a los Estados Unidos y yo, por ejemplo, hay latinos que traducen, o sea, hablan español, pero no dominan bien el inglés. Y yo quiero enseñarles el inglés, traducirlo para que ellos puedan tener una buena educación. Quiero hacer esto porque yo creo que con la educación podemos tener un mundo más justo, más fraterno y que tengamos un mejor futuro. Y a veces el tema de las lenguas es una barrera y yo quiero terminar con eso. Por ejemplo, yo ahora no sé inglés, pero yo quisiera que alguien me pueda ayudar y por eso yo estoy estudiando inglés y yo quiero acabar con el inglés para yo ayudar, o sea, ayudar como yo quisiera que me ayuden. Thank you.
Well, I'm from Lurin, Peru. I live in Lurin here in Peru, in Lima. And just to give you a brief context of what's going in Peru, I'm focused on English. And let's just say here in Peru, English is not well taught in schools. And people who can afford institutions or institutes where they can learn English need to pay a lot of money, and people who can afford that are basically left behind. And my great purpose is really to help them for free for people that cannot access those opportunities. And that's what I want to do as my purpose in my project. And I would like to go to just say to help also Latinos who speak Spain and are not be able to access an English education. So I can break those barriers in order for them to access quality education, because when you are well educated, let's just say when you live in a English spoken country and you are not able to speak English, you won't be able to access a lot of opportunities for education. And if I'm able to travel to abroad to USA and also be able to help them to learn English, I will be able to make a world more juster and have them have them a better future. So I think my purpose here is to break the language as a barrier. That's my goal as learning English to help other people access a better education.
Wow, that's actually amazing, because we're doing that right now on the call. And it seems weird that language, which is just sounds put together, is providing a barrier for people to access education. So we also have a couple of people who've been through the uni last year who did similar stuff. So Ernesto, I'm going to try and link you up with them in your tutorial groups so that they can help you with the delivery of your project, because it's very similar in terms of what those outcomes are.
Yeah, well, Ernesto, that's amazing. And it will be great to connect you with people that have done similar projects last year in AIM
Sorry,
University.
Renzo. I just need to interrupt. You're speaking that in English, so if you could translate that in Spanish for Ernesto, that would be great.
Well, yeah, thank you. Bueno, Ernesto, es increíble todo lo que estás haciendo y nos parece genial que también personas el año pasado en el programa de AIM University ya han hecho proyectos similares, y sería increíble que nosotros también podamos conectarte con ellos para que puedan generar tal vez proyectos en conjunto.
Renzo, ¿me puedes ayudar en una cosa? Lo que pasa
Yeah.
es que el 1 de mayo a mí me tenía que hacer una entrevista. Yo asistí a la fecha, pero no había nadie. Em, Quisiera saber si eso afecta algo para el paso 2 o la entrevista no es muy importante.
Oh, so yeah, I have a little concern. I met in a second interview where I met nobody. There were nobody in the interview, and I don't know if that could affect my process of a selection in the second phase.
Yeah, no worries. We'll get that one sorted out. So I'll reach out to Ernesto, and we will have an interview with someone who can translate, and we'll connect that way.
¿Qué dijo Renzo?
Que sí, no te preocupes y que vamos a intentar encontrarte alguna persona para que pueda ayudarte en ese proceso y que pueda solucionarlo de la mejor manera.
Gracias.
Gracias, Ernesto.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Renzo, for your support. That was incredible. So we're going to meet.
Thank you too.
Thank you. We're going to meet our other guests on the line today, and let's start with Jemana. Is that how I pronounce your name?
Oh, hello. So I will tell you more about myself. I'm Jemana. I'm today 17. Today is my birthday, so I'm 17 now. I'm from Egypt, so I will talk about my project. My project is like very, very connected with our environment. I really like to develop our planet and help the planet. And I use my skills, art skills, to make that. So I think we can make this by anything. So for me, I just make recycled paper notes and also stickers that represents natural elements. And also I'm going to make like comics that represent more about the natural elements and how to protect it. And it will be story. And I wanted to know more about other stories to inspire from them. And also I want to like connect to be connected with everyone in the world. And I don't know what to say, but that's it.
Happy birthday, first of all. Hope you're enjoying it. 17. Did you say that you have an idea for a comic book that teaches people on environmental issues and how to be more aware of that or take action?
Yes, I take action. I designed everything, but I just have to print it. But there's a bit issue as I have to go like far place, and this time we have exams here, so I'm waiting to finish my exams and print it. And also I have to like if there are any issues in writing or grammar or these things, so I have to like revise it, and then I will print it.
Yeah, amazing. And I hope that the connections that you have help fuel those ideas and help get you in contact with people that could possibly help with publishing or editing, and just build on all of your ideas, because this is a place for yes and. We'll hear your ideas and contribute to them and help you build them to achieve that final goal. And we'll see where we land at the end of the year. But really looking forward to it. I think that's a great concept. And your story is the best way to teach people, because it's imaginative, it's a great experience, it's something that's memorable. And I think there's something that happens in our brain when we're learning in a fun way, like it cements the learning and it's a memory for a bit longer, rather than just trying to remember a piece of text or something that's doesn't really want to stay in there. So yeah, really great to meet you today, and thanks for joining us again. And then we have our last guest, Roberta. Is that how I pronounce your name?
Hello, my name is Rafiatul Rahma, and I am from Indonesia. I'm 17. My birthday is today. Yeah, and my project is about health to increase public health, about their mental health, and also to aware everyone about the importance of their health. Yeah, that was my project.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's incredible that we've got all of our guests teenagers today. So it shows that young people are ready to lead, you're ready to take action. You've got incredible ideas that can support so many other people. That just blows my mind, like every time I hear stories from teenagers. And it should be a normal thing, right? It shouldn't just be things that are reserved for people in the corporate spaces to make these decisions. So thanks for being brave enough to take that step, first of all. And with your project, Roberta, yeah, I think it's important, issue for people to understand. There's so many different ways that mental health affects people on different levels, how that contributes to physical health, and just the interconnectedness of everything. It could be environmental, or the diet that we have, or things that have happened to us across our lifetime. And I would love to hear a little bit more about how have you got any ideas on how you're going to share this information? Going to be Jemana's got an idea for a comic book. Brendo actually does a podcast. He was a student at the university last year, and he's running a podcast now. So have you got any ideas on how you are going to share this information with your audience? And it's okay if you're still developing it and forming your ideas. So do you have any ideas for how you're going to share your project this year, Roberta? Not yet, still under development, still thinking. Yeah, that's okay. And that's totally normal. Like it's part of this whole process of having a bunch of ideas and options, I guess, for different platforms, how you could share it. Some people, like to make a mural, or maybe a statue, a song, a book. Got all of these options to choose from. But I think, when you start doing the work, your right avenue will probably appear for you, and something that really resonates with you as well. So just keep reaching out to us at the uni, and when you get connected to your tutorial groups as well, that's where all of these ideas can come into. And thanks for joining us today. It was great to meet you. Now that we do have Brendo on the call, I did join you for a podcast the other day, and you told me how many episodes you've had, and that people are really finding it helpful as well, the work you're doing. So would you like to, I think I see that as one of the benefits to the uni, is having people kind of go for this moonshot, or this idea that they've had for a really long time, and putting that into action. Do you want to give us a little overview of where that's gotten to since you started last year?
Yeah, so Imagi-Nation University for me provided a beginning of something that was already in my mind. So to take something from your mind to give it to the world, sometimes you need a beginning, and today I can see from Egypt, from Indonesia, from Peru, we have people with something in the mind, but together we have a beginning now. So for me, that was how I approached my project. I was a citizen at the university in 2021, and always with what we do in the world, it starts what happens in us. Yeah. So, for example, with Renzo's science, and for Roberta's health, and then also Jemana's wonderful project with the comic, it starts inside us and then it comes out. So for me, I've had a lot of difficulty with obsessive compulsive disorder in my life. Very, very bad. I'm still medicated. But that has also been a blessing because it's given me empathy for others who have difficulty with addiction, because obsessive compulsive disorder is essentially an addiction of thinking, and thinking about certain things. So I've been able to host conversations, and I'm on my third episode of season 2. So that's a total of 45 conversations. And I'm really excited that I've got thousands of listeners all over the world. I think there's about 54 different countries that listen to my podcast now. However, it's important that I don't worry about who listens, but it's about the quality of the present conversations. And I think if I continue to focus on that and not the numerical results, I think I'll stay on the right path. So I'm thankful that Imagination University has been a place where I can express something that has been in here for a long time. And I hope the same for all the ambassadors that are joining us from, I think, 80 different countries now. So, Renzo, if you wanted to explain that to Ernesto, I think that might be a kind thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to explain all what you have said to Ernesto?
I think briefly, so that he feels part of the conversation, if that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I understand. Bueno, Ernesto, bueno, yo, Brendan, he estado ya trabajando con AIM desde hace el año pasado y desde hace varios años, y siento que es importante para todos nosotros tener un comienzo. Nosotros tenemos varias ideas en nuestras mentes y somos muy soñadores, pero es importante que tengamos un momento en el cual nosotros podamos tener un comienzo y realmente empezar a hacer las cosas para ayudar a otras personas. En mi caso, yo he trabajado el año pasado con mi proyecto haciendo un podcast para ayudar a personas que se sientan como yo, que yo he estado pasando por serias etapas de trastorno obsesivo compulsivo, y esa condición ha sido o lo veo como una bendición para mí, porque me ayuda a entender, a empatizar y a ponerme en los ojos de otras personas para sentir qué es lo que ellos piensan, cómo se sienten, inclusive ser más empáticos con todas las personas en general. Y para mí eso ha sido una bendición. Y ya van casi como, voy en el tercer episodio bueno, en la tercera temporada con ya varios episodios, y para mí es un orgullo poder haber tenido varios invitados, y siento que los proyectos que todos ustedes están haciendo también necesitan un gran comienzo, y este es el lugar y es como sentirnos en casa.
Ok, sí, yo pienso ayudar gratuitamente, gratis a aquellos que no sepan inglés, obviamente, porque, por ejemplo, yo quisiera que venga alguien que toque la puerta de mi casa y me diga, oye, ¿quieres que te enseñe inglés? Y yo quisiera decir, oye, yo a gusto, pero no pasa, pero yo quisiera que ayudar a otras personas como yo quisiera que me ayuden, ¿no? Y bueno, eh, es Breden me hizo una pregunta o solo es una sugerencia.
Bueno, es como un comentario, ¿no? Para que tú puedas sentirte parte del grupo.
Ok. Thank you, Breden. Lo tomaré en cuenta.
Thank you, Brendan. I will take you into account. And as far as I'm concerned, I really touched with your ideas, and I've moved by helping other people like you, empathize with them, because I will be grateful for if someone like me touches my door and really says to me that he wants to help me for free without any pay. I will feel so glad to have what he's offering to me, because I will also like to do that with other people, to help them without contention, without saying that they have to pay me, just for free, because it feels deep into my heart. That is what connects with empathy, and I'm really in touch with those hurts feeling.
Thank you so much for that, Renzo. And if you could just let Ernesto know again that the cost, everything that's exchanged between us is time, knowledge, and opportunities. So that's our exchange above the dollar. And it's called hoodie economics. So he'll learn all about that at the uni as well, if you'd like to just let him know that, and then we'll jump into a chat with Maddie.
Bueno, Ernesto, es genial oírte comentar eso, y bueno, en nuestras interacciones, en todo lo que estamos conversando ahorita, no solo estamos intercambiando dinero, y muchas veces eso no es lo más importante, sino estamos intercambiando conocimiento, sabiduría, experiencia, habilidades y entre otras muchas cosas más. Y eso es inclusive mucho más importante que el dinero. Y inclusive dentro del programa veremos algunas cosas como la economía basada en poleras y todo eso que se les va a enseñar a los estudiantes, y ya veremos cómo todo ese tipo de emprendimientos y actividades pueden ayudar a otras personas.
Ok, Renzo, una pregunta. Así como, ¿cómo decirlo? Cuando, si estemos en otras reuniones, ¿me vas a poder ayudar para entender un poquito? O, ¿O ya esto solo es por hoy? Solo eso quiero saber. Si no me puedes ayudar, lo entiendo. Yo igual voy a intentar usar el traductor, pero solo eso quiero saber. Gracias.
No, no te preocupes, Ernesto, estoy ahí para apoyarte en lo que necesites, si es para que todos podamos crecer como personas, y inclusive poder conectar por ahí con algunas oportunidades que podríamos trabajar juntos, ¿no? En ese aspecto no te preocupes, y nada más hay que mantenernos en contacto, y voy a estar en otras reuniones también para asistirte.
Thanks so much for those
Thank you,
translations.
Renzo.
Thank you. We are going to jump now to Maddie, one of the producers here at Imagi-Nation TV, to have a quick intro and tell us a little bit about your project this year, Maddie. You've got you on mute.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Steph. Yeah, as Steph has just said, I'm one of the production managers on INTV. I'm usually doing the behind the scenes, but happy to jump in here. I'm out in Wagga Wagga, Australia. I'm a proud Gamilaroi woman currently residing on Wiradjuri land. And my project isn't just one thing. I think my project, if it could be wrapped up into one thing, is just kindness. So I this year I want to increase small acts of kindness so that I can help more people than I did the previous year. So last year I started creating beanies to donate to a local charity. Wanted to work on designing a community garden that was easily accessible. But unfortunately I had a lot of tragedy last year. So instead of doing something massive, I want to do something that becomes massive, and that's touching the lives of the people around me. So I'll continue to create beanies and donate them. I will continue to volunteer at local places like our craft cottage, which is purely run by volunteers, and do things like that, and then encourage others around me to do the same. So I know that a lot of people my age, when we want to go out and do things, we go out to the movies, we go out clubbing, we go out and we spend money, but we don't spend money on helping other people. We spend money on ourselves. And I think that's something that we can actively change. Instead of going out for a $20 meal, we can go out and give someone $20 worth of something. It could be $20 worth of our time. And I think that's something that I would like to change is this idea in my age group and in my local community that we can choose to go out and spend time on helping our community. That's the active thinking that I want to pursue, is that, oh, hey, do you want to come out? I'm going to the soup kitchen this weekend. Do you want to come with me and volunteer? It's that kind of language that we can change and choose to help our community that I want to spread. So that's my project. My project is kindness.
Amazing, Maddie. And I think you're bringing more awareness to people of the things that are actually inside their control when we're looking at some of the issues that we're facing globally. Like, that can be really overwhelming to get into a place where you're almost kind of like paralyzed, or just shut it off completely and don't think about it. So having a look at all of those small actions and seeing what it is that you can impact positively to create these ripples, right? And that's the way the world works, really. You shouldn't be able to change one big thing. It's on these micro levels where the impacts are ongoing and things emerge out of that. So yeah, thank you. It's great to be working alongside you, and I'm also looking forward to seeing where your little ripples of kindness lead when we graduate LD ambassadors this year.
For sure. Thanks so much, Steph.
Thank you. So that brings us to the end of the show. I want to thank all my guests. Thank you very much for joining me. It's really amazing for me to be able to learn from you and hear the stories. And I'm just so proud that we have so many young people that are stepping up to create the change in their own communities. It's incredible, and also joining us to inspire others as well to see what's possible, because it's always easier when you see an example, and it takes a lot of bravery. Excuse me, it takes a lot of bravery and courage to be the first one to go. So keep backing yourself, keep planning your project, and we will see you around the virtual halls of the university somewhere soon. For any of those people that are watching, applications are still open. So if you'd like to join our community of change makers as a global ambassador of quality this year, hopefully someone that's listening to the live stream from the team can drop the application in the chat line or in the comments, so you can see where to apply and share it with some of your networks. And we have created this very special launch video last year, so we'll take a look at that to wrap us out of the show.
Let's imagine what a free and just world looks like. Let's imagine
a university free for all,
with no paywalls to higher order thinking for anyone, anywhere.
Let's imagine
a social network for good.
A bridge for us to come together and redesign the way the world works.
Let's imagine what happens when we tell the kids at the back of the class,
we see you.
There is a generation of kids just like you.
Let's imagine school students, university students,
teachers, executives, citizens
coming together to work on a curriculum designed for a future that we hope to build. Now, imagine.
It's happening right here. And you're invited.
Welcome to Imagi-Nation University, brought to you by AIM, the Imagination Factory.
Applications are open now.
you.